AFL Nation for the Big Mac meal and cheeseburger for $5.95 at Macca's. And Liquorland, easy to shop with over 700 stores.
Are getting there, Cunnington, wider still, Pittard on the 50, goes with the left, it's coming back, that's a better looking kick. Pittard gets the goal. North Melbourne get there first. Goes long, Danaher against Thompson. Thompson got into his back, spills to Danaher. Danaher goals! From 15 metres out, Essendon fans go mad.
First quarter highlights for the TAC. More drug tests, more places, more often. TAC, towards zero.
This is AFL Nation for Macca's and for Liquorland. Before I was rudely interrupted at quarter time, this is Friday, Good Friday, almost night football at Marvel Stadium. And the first quarter belonged to the Bombers. 3-4-22 to 1-6-12 for Essendon singles to Danaher, Fantasia and McGrath, while the goal scorer for the Roos is Jasper Pittard. Liam Pickering, our Red Energy expert, in all seriousness. Amazing game This game's been played at an amazing pace, but both teams just perhaps blowing a few easy opportunities.
Well, that's what it is, Quarters. I mean, in front of goal, the rest of the stuff around the ground's been terrific. You're right. High speed, high intensity, great tackling from both sides. Essendon using the ball much better than North Melbourne at the moment, so North will need to tidy that up. They're also on top of it around the contest as well, the Bombers.
So here we go, second quarter. We'll go down to the boundary and Mitch Cleary in just a moment for Spitwater. That's what it does. Goldstein working hard. Cunnington, head down, bum up, tries to get out. Unsuccessful. Merritt doing the same thing for the Bombers. Finally, it's flicked wide. Davies-Uniacke may be the first to it. Heppel will be the one applying the pressure. And his experience tells, gets it out to Merritt. Bombers go forward again through Myers, up towards the half-forward line. Danaher spikes it down towards a teammate in Bagley. This is dangerous because you've got Shield running wide. He shoots towards goal, but his kick is wide. And it is one behind as we go down to the boundary line. For Spitwater, Mitch Cleary. Mitch?
Yes, Sandy, just during that quarter-time break, Tom Bellchambers came off, pointed to his left knee, went down to the rooms with the doctor. He's back out there, but not covering the ground too well.
Saad flies high, does the spoiling spectacularly. It spills to the first gamer in Ham, who puts it back inside 50. Two Kangaroos fly for it, but fortunately for them, one of them marked it, and that was Jamie McMillan.
And Pittard was trying to spoil it.
He was. So McMillan's got it in the back pocket. It's the Kangaroos in their second term going to right of your dial or the southern Coventry end. As McMillan kicks to the Medallion Club side, and the big arms of Ben Brown rise high, and he takes the mark. He dishes off quickly to Polek. He kicks a high ball back to the wing. This time the Bombers have the numbers, but no one can mark. Ball spills free. It's working its way to half forward for the Roos. Picked up by Wood. Strange kick off the side of the boot in the direction of Hall, though it comes off. He sells the dummy and now swings onto the left as Aaron Hall. It's a long ball towards Siebel. He's got to beat a couple. Early comes in from the side and takes a very nice saving mark for the Bombers. That could almost be a Glenn Cameron can-do mark of the day, but it was a poor kick from Hurley. Explain that one, Liam Pickering.
Well, he was kicking to a teammate. There was two out there, and he kicked it right in the middle, straight to the North Melbourne player. Very, very disappointing. So another shot at goal.
Trent Dumont.
Well, he's normally a good kick. Now, the way North have been kicking and Essendon in front of goal, you'd say he'll probably got no over-kicking yet, but he should get close here.
He's kicked a couple so far this season. He's on a 45-degree angle, maybe a little tighter, and kicking from probably 47 metres. The drop punt is on its way. It's going across the face of goal, and it's hammered defensively over the line for one behind. First score for the Kangaroos in this second quarter. Big crowd, good atmosphere.
It is a good atmosphere.
Good Friday and good footy. Just got to get the kicking in front of goal repaired, and all will be well. Now McMillan came charging. He's at the back of this pack. He gives it away quickly to Polek, who turns and just hit and hope. And I'm afraid that there wasn't a lot of hope in it. Out of bounds on the full.
Horrible kick.
It was. Short, that's okay. Hand pass home initially to Ambrose. Back to the running Saad, who's come on down all the way to Stringer, who's almost in the middle of the ground. Stringer goes wide to Big Tom, and Bellchambers marks in the middle.
Doesn't break stride. Handballs to McKenna, gives it to Heppel, gives it to Shield, who runs to 60, chips into the hot zone there, and it's a mark to Essendon. Just popped it up and really almost demanded Fantasia to just lead at the ball, and he's taken the mark, a good mark in the end, and he will line up Oh, about a 35-degree angle, only kicking from 30 metres out, and this should be Fantasia's second.
Well, it should, and just having a look at the car sales replay, and 3 players they recruited, all involved in that. And poor kick out the full by Pollock. Should have held up there, Aaron Hall, and then Justin Pitter pretty ordinary in the back half.
Bombers lead by 10 points. They've got to make them pay here. Set shot for Fantasia, and that's good. So he gets his second, and the Bombers get their 4th on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard. Essendon at the 4-minute mark of this second term. Good Friday football, 4-5. Plays North Melbourne 1-7.
And how often does that happen, Pickers, where you have a side that is fiddling around at one end of the ground, unable to take advantage, whip down once, down the other end, and a goal results?
Yeah, it was all because Adam Sard played in. Off that kick out the full from Pollock, Adam Sard kicked it in and then ran a handball received, and all of a sudden they just changed the momentum of what it is.
So the Bombers extend their lead. Back with Bell Chambers and Goldstein in the middle. McGrath jostling with Anderson. And a perfect bounce. Oh, Bell Chambers got a hand to it and poked it straight down to Goldstein. Worked that one out. Hall flicks it inside 50. Sard overran it. Didn't get a kind bounce initially. The door opens for Polak. Tries to sweep a hand pass wide. Higgins got a fist to it and then lost sight of it. A little bit of clever work by Merritt. Was able to tap it on with his foot to Bell Chambers, who tries to give it back to him. Merritt's under the pump, but he gets it away to McGrath. McGrath back to Bell Chambers. Good footy. Bombers inside 50 once again. The high flying. No mark. Thompson's waiting down. Thompson gets caught. Did eventually get a short kick towards Higgins. Had a quiet first half, did Higgins, but he gets it to Anderson now, who gives it to Cunnington, who sweeps it back to Higgins once more. Goldstein's on the outer side, and the big man has an opportunity to send the Kangaroos forward.
They actually worked that pretty well, the Roos. Now Goldstein's kick's got to be good. It's okay as he gets it to Dumont, who gives it back to Tarrant.
Go inside.
Now Dumont again goes
better.
to the 50. That's a better kick. And the Hall dropped the mark. It was a difficult one. It was a bit of a slider. Now it's Spills to Zurha, who spins out of trouble and kicks a magnificent goal. Don't mess with the Zurha. And that is a TAC Help Us Towards Zero goal of the day nomination. Liam Pickering, that was a beauty.
That was a ripper, absolutely, because they mucked it up. It looked like they absolutely mucked it up, and all of a sudden Zurha with a little old-fashioned shove in the chest and a bit of a blind turn to go with it. Have a look at me, goal. And well done to Cameron Zurha. It was a very, very important goal for North Melbourne.
Hope you're enjoying all the action on AFL Nation. For Macca's Big Mac Meal and Cheeseburger for $5.95, and of course Liquorland, easy to shop with over 700 stores. Once again, the gap is closed to 10 points in favour of the Bombers. Just 6.5 minutes gone in the second quarter on the Kubota drive time sale clock. Bounce this time favours Goldstein, who taps it wide. Heppel picks it up and goes up towards the half-forward line. Attlee lost it initially, gets another opportunity in opposition to Brown. Poked wide. Kanga's bringing it back towards the half-back line, but once again, Heppel is the stumbling block. Goes on with it to Bell Chambers. Caught one high from Tarrant, but ignores it and gives it to Hooker. Carl, just a little too much on that ball. Can someone tidy up Guelphy? McGrath into the pocket. Brown spoiled by Thompson. Thompson is the first to recover. Loses the footy. Stringer's got to beat a couple. He almost decapitates his opposition and has given away the free kick.
That was a great body spoil on Brown by Scotty Thompson. Fantastic. He should have marked that, Brown, and just the body pressure.
So the pressure is relieved. Turner goes wide to the outer side. He's a long way from home. Brown to centre wing. Bell Chambers was there but couldn't do anything with it. Now they've got the runners. Zurha down towards half forward. Polak under pressure, a high ball. No one clean. At the back is Attlee. He's claimed by Smokin' Joe. Danaher gets it away. Now an opportunity for Shields to run. He's pacey and he's accurate, and he finds Fantasia,
who marks just outside defensive 50 on the Medallion Club side of the ground, or Dockland side. Short to the first gamer and Ham. Pops one over the top to Danaher. On the left boot. Oh, that's way out on the full. Almost into the second tier, that one.
And kept running straight to the bench.
And a free kick going to Ahern.
Never good to get the phone after you've just done something like that.
And it's worked to Davies-Uniacke at half-back.
Again being held up here, North Melbourne.
Davies-Uniacke. Long ball target is Brown once again, got nudged under the footy cleverly. Turner's there, lost his feet, picked up by Merritt, got the handball to Heppel. Great smother. There's a beautiful smother by Wood. And over the line it goes for a throw-in. Half-forward flank, Dockland side of the ground. North into attack. They're 2-7-19, trailing Essendon 4-5-29. 10 points to diff. 9 minutes gone, second term on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts scoreboard.
Great camaraderie. A lot of North Melbourne players going over to Mason Wood and saying, well done. Here's Davies-Uniacke, tries to thread the eye of the needle. Put his teammate under considerable pressure, and it's locked up. 45 out. Umpire lets it go. McGrath tried to get it out, tried to surge it forward, away from the attacking zone. Hams at the bottom of the pack. Picks himself up.
North Melbourne need to get something from this stoppage here.
Bell Chambers, second attempt with a left-handed swipe. Pokes it wide. Heppel says, get out of my way. I'm coming through. Clever work by Goldstein just to tap it on. Now Dumont can get a bit of distance. Well, he could if he was accurate, and he's popped it out of bounds on the full. Disappointing. Guelphy to bring it back into play.
Concedes some territory, goes back inside defensive 50 to Sard, who wants to switch to the City side of the ground. He goes back to the goal square almost to Hurley. He goes short to McGrath. Now he's got some space. He can carry the ball outside defensive 50 and goes to the wing position, looking for Stringer, who held his ground nicely. Bagley mops up, but he put his skipper under pressure and Heppel. He lost the footy. Picked up by Guelphy. Through heavy traffic. Bangs it long. McDonald tipping Woody's got to beat a couple. Can't do so. At the back of the pack is Attlee, and he should gather for the Kangaroos and does. And he'll switch to the City side of the ground. It was a brave kick. It's turned into a one-on-one. It is Ham, the first gamer, against another first-yearer in Scott. And Scott wins out and kicks to the City wing and did it well.
Did really well, and so did Mason Wood. Covering a lot of ground. He took a wonderful mark, and he finds Pittard.
Look at that kick.
Pittard's having a little nightmare at the moment, but he'll overcome it as Sam Wright can help him tidy up. Attlee going backwards. Back to Dumont. They've gone round in a triangle there and gone nowhere.
They hardly hit a target amongst themselves.
Now they've gone back even further.
Look at this.
It's a Bermuda triangle, Sandy.
It is the Bermuda triangle. McMillan just keeps it in to Davies-Uniacke.
Those basic ball skills.
Down the line he goes. Guelphy chanced his arm, drew the player, gave it to Merritt, who gives it to Shield. It's got to be well weighted. Wasn't quite, and Hall managed to get a touch to it. McMillan gives it off once again. Steady mark taken by Ahern.
But this is the problem. They go back over the man on the mark, and Essendon is 15-3 playing on from marks. Essendon's favour.
Not a lot of movement, just goes down the line. Brown got 1-2 hands to it. That wasn't enough. Cunnington tries the fend off, didn't quite work. Siebel got one high. Gee, coming through like a road train was Patrick Ambrose. And Jack Siebel will take it on centre wing.
Tough as nails, didn't flinch. Siebel awarded the free kick, goes long inside 50. Big pack fly, no mark. Fall of the ball. Quick kick out of the pack by McKenna. Brown got cleverly nudged out of the contest by Dumont, who kicks wide. Poor kick. Over the line, throw in. 65 out from the Kangaroos goal. The Medallion Club side of the ground at the southern end. It's the Bombers 29 leading the Kangaroos 19. And we've been going 12.5 in the second term. AFL Nation for Macca's. Big Mac meal and cheeseburger for $5.95 at Macca's. Throw in. Danaher the tap. Taken by Myers, can't get the handle away. Goldstein lost a handle on it, then laid a high tackle. Umpire calls play on, spills to Merritt, just near the boundary line, kept it alive. Handball was a brave one, and it came off to Guelphy. Quick hands to Parrish, and that's a clever kick out in front of Brown. Brown wastes no time, kicks off the side of the boot to McDonald, Tip and Woody. Can't take the mark. Good spoil by Attlee, did well at the death, did Attlee. That was very well done under a lot of pressure, and he hits up Higgins at half back. That was good stuff.
Yeah, well, Higgins needs to lift, and he started to in this quarter, but this kicking backward stuff.
Well, now they've made the switch again.
Wow, look how far back North have gone, and they still can't hit a
come
target.
back again to Pittard.
This is unbelievable, their ball skills.
Somewhat frustrating. Pittard towards centre wing, and it will be run over the line by Turner, who was under some pressure. So a throw in on centre wing.
So just for our listeners on AFL Nation Pickers, what should the Kangaroos try to be doing? Is it play on at all costs?
Well, just play on at some cost, because at the moment they're just going down the line, and when they do, they play on backwards, and they can't hit a target by foot.
Liam Pickering for red energy. That's real Aussie energy. Zach Merritt showing plenty of energy today. Has it on centre wing. Has the free kick and goes short. Finding Ridley. Youngster from the Oakley under-18s. Getting his opportunity. Decides to go back to Merritt. And now it's contagious because he's gone back to hooker. And the switch is on to the outer side. Early.
At least when Essendon switch, they can actually find their own teammate on the ball. That's the difference between the two at the moment.
Long penetrating kick. Brown is at the back. Had Bagley in front. Still going. Inside 50. McDonald tipping Woody was a flyer, but he couldn't complete the mark. Kangas keep it in play for the moment. Tackling has been a feature of this game so far today from both sides as McGrath overruns the footy, and the umpire has found a free kick. Chance for North Melbourne.
Donald Tippin Woody yet to have a possession since he tried that back heel in the first quarter.
Hall kicks long towards centre wing. Zerha in the pack, got a hand to it, couldn't complete the mark.
Had to be a free kick
to Benny Brown.
It was a late call, Sandy, but it was definitely there being held.
His possessions are so far up the ground at the moment, Brown, though.
Kangaroos work it to the 50. Zeebel's the big flyer. He can't mark. Fall of the ball is Cunnington. Pops one over the top to Higgins, who sidesteps, almost moonwalks, gets it back to Cunnington, lost a handle on it under pressure. Finally dished the handball out to right on the left boot, goes to the pocket. It's a 3-on-1 here in favour of Essendon, and that is out of bounds on the full, so another missed target, Liam Pickering, and a free kick to the Bombers in the back pocket. They lead 29-19, almost 16 gone second term.
Yeah, I mentioned Ben Brown. He's yet to have a possession in the forward 50. Now that tells you he's their main target as a general rule. And he was early, but hasn't got the ball in there. That's why he's been up the ground searching for some touches. When they do go in long without him in there, they just have no one.
Hooker with the free kick. Wasn't a best of kicks out of defence. Could have been a free kick for high. It is. It's going to Brown for Essendon at half-back city side of the ground. Bombers going to the northern end, and they had possession still in their defensive 50.
And a switch on again. An opportunity for Ridley. The youngster can run. Now takes his kick. Danaher's got to beat a couple. He just tries to push it down away from Goldstein, and he did it well. Gets it back again, tumbles a left footer up towards the 50 and inside. Parrish off hands, needs a kind bounce, doesn't get it. And through for one behind. Scoring just drying up a little in this second term.
Well, what have we played? 19 minutes, is that right? Or 17 minutes, and we've got a goal each.
And on the scoreboard, with the Tyre Power scoreboard, your Tyre trusted experts.
You wouldn't exactly say with the way the kicking's been, but particularly by North Melbourne, that it's been a high standard
it's
game.
Deteriorated in the second term. It was okay in the first quarter, wasn't it? But the second term's been very ordinary. We have a throw-in. Half-forward flank, city side, Bombers into attack. Danaher against Zerha. Comes to Heppel. Handballs off to Merritt. Quick high kick inside 50. Cammed underneath it was Pittard. He couldn't take the mark. Brown's handball missed the target for Essendon. And we'll have another stoppage 40 metres out from the Bombers' goal at the northern end of the ground.
Quarters. North Melbourne's added 1 goal 1 in this term, and Essendon have added 1 goal 2.
A real shootout.
Umpire balls it up. Stringer goes for the specky from the ball up. Comes out to McGrath, who kicks one round the corner. Good snap. Better than good. It's great. And TAC help us towards 0 goal of the day nomination. 2 goals to Andrew McGrath. And the Bombers break the deadlock. They move on to 5-6-36. The Kangaroos 2-7-19. 18 minutes gone. Second term. This is AFL Nation for Liquorland. Easy to shop with over 700 stores.
He's a beautiful kick, Andrew McGrath. He's a really good player. He makes great decisions. Have a look at the car sales replay. North Melbourne all at sea on that stoppage, and left the space in the wrong area. And you leave it at the front, and players, the ability of Andrew McGrath will just say thanks very much, give me a free go at him. And it was the goal of the day. It was a TAC goal of the day for sure. It was a great goal.
17 points the margin now on the Tyre Power scoreboard. The massive Easter sale catalogue is online now. If you want to check it out, Tyre Power. So can the Kangaroos reply? Zerha doing the ruck work. Anderson took it out of the middle. A chance for Polek now. Sweeps through the centre. Long and direct in towards Zeeble and co. No one clean. Saad, the hand pass was like greased lightning across to Guelpy. Gets it across to the speedster in Shield. And he puts the foot on the accelerator. Heads towards Waller. McDonald tipping Woody. Takes it 30 metres out. 45-degree angle.
That came out way too easily from the Kangaroos forward line.
It's been happening like that all day. North Melbourne haven't been able to lock the ball in. They've allowed Essendon to roll off and play on. And once it gets in there, they've got so much space, the Bombers forward line, as opposed to North Melbourne. Every time it goes in, they're being outnumbered.
He turns 26 next Monday. Perhaps an early birthday present for McDonald tipping Woody. A stammering approach. The drop punt is on its way. Happy birthday, Waller, for next Monday. He gets his first. And on the Tyre Power scoreboard, the Bombers stretch their lead. It's the biggest lead they've had in the game so far. 6-6-42, North Melbourne 2-7-19. 20 minutes gone, second term.
Yeah, really dangerous signs here for the Kangaroos. Their little players have all got all the goals, basically. I mean, McGrath's got a couple of, Fantasia's got a couple, now McDonald tipping Woody's hit the scoreboard. So the speed of Essendon we talked about before the game was going to be a concern, and certainly appears to be the case. The midfield's well on top. The ball's being rolled away pretty quickly, really. And North Melbourne need to change something. They need to change their forward structure. Banging it in long's not working. It's pretty obvious. They need to start running the ball a bit more and actually using the ball a little bit better by foot.
Around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Half-time in the NRL. The Rabbitohs 14 lead the Bulldogs 6. Don't forget later today, there's the Melbourne Storm in the grand final rematch against the Roosters. As the Bombers back here at Marvel. Good Friday footy go back into attack through the long kick from Shield. Spills once again to McDonald, Tip and Woody. Centering kick to the tip of the goal square. Bell Chambers! Float from the side, plays on. Handball. It's another Essendon goal. This time to Brown, who walks into the goal square. And now Essendon have complete control of this match. Tyre Power scoreboard. 21 gone, second term. The Bombers race along to 7-6-48. The Roos are in trouble. 2-7-19.
Yeah, they're getting smashed around the clearances too, North Melbourne. Essendon up 15-8 there. And their fourth goal directly from a stoppage, the Bombers. So they are getting obliterated in the middle of the ground, North Melbourne. It's amazing. 5 minutes play, the complexion of this game has changed. All on the back of Essendon's total dominance for less than 5 minutes, really, for probably 3 minutes.
Those stats courtesy of the Australian Building Company. We thank them for their support. But the Bombers in control. Can North somehow get back into this game with a couple of quick ones, preferably before half-time? Dylan Shield loves to run, but a little premature on that occasion. It's got to be Merritt who takes it, and now he scoots off, spears it in towards the forward line once again. So all of a sudden they're deep into attack once more, the Bombers. Opportunity for it to come out now. Here's Orazio Fantasia bending it back for his third. Boy, are they hot at the moment. Bombers have their eighth. North Melbourne have a giant problem. 8-6-54 to North Melbourne, 2-7-19 on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard.
Well, brilliant bit of play again. They won it out of the middle, this time by a free kick, and Fantasia, the speed on the ground It was absolutely fantastic. The Essendon boys are running hot for room. Don't worry about that. Especially their midfield. They were just dominating North Melbourne at the moment. And North are flat-footed and slow, to be perfectly honest.
Someone tipped before the game, Sandy, that Orazio was due for a fifer.
He did, and he only needs a couple more.
He's already got 3.
I might be unders the way he's playing.
For Spitwater, down to the boundary, Mitch Cleary.
Anthony McDonald tipping Woody, just split the webbing on his right hand, going down underneath. There won't be too many dramas.
Bounce in the middle, AFL Nation for Liquorland. Essendon on the rampage at the moment. Shield gets it to Heppel, gives it to the run. Also the run of Redmond, but he lost the handle on the footy. Heppel tries to clean up the mess. He does so now. Handballs back to Shield. Shield onto the left boot. A penetrating kick to the 50. Danaher sets himself from the side. Can't take the mark. Front and centre is the first gamer and Ham. He's run down. Umpire calls play on. Footy's still alive. Intercepting is Anderson. The Kangaroos under siege at the moment. He gives it to Thompson. Nowhere to go. He gives it to Wright under pressure. Got it back to Anderson, who lost his feet. Umpire calls play on. Kangaroos just can't get it out. Now Simpkin handballs to Pittard. Goes over the top to Scott. He's under pressure. Tries to get it to Simpkin unsuccessfully. The Bombers are snapping at their heels. They get the footy back. Handball comes out to Shield. Gives it to Hurley. Gives it to Heppel. Heppel gives it back to Hurley. He's on the Medallion Club wing. He takes some time and bangs it long. His target is Bellchambers. Good mark in front. They'll pay that one to Tarrant, who was under a lot of pressure. And that relieves, well, even for a couple of seconds, Sandy, there for North Melbourne some pressure, because they are absolutely under attack at the moment. 54 plays 19. They don't look like scoring at the moment.
Just
under siege.
Handball into flat-footed players, North Melbourne. Get it out of my area. I'm not worried about it. I just don't want to be caught holding the ball.
Goldstein and Brown were targets there, but the ball was taken over the line, pushed wide by Michael Hurley. Dylan Shield has been exciting in this quarter.
Yeah, he's been very good. He's up to 15 disposals as well for Australian building companies.
And we did wonder about the pace department with Essendon when they lost Devon Smith and to a lesser extent Zaharakis. Well, been absolutely no problems at all. But the kicking of North Melbourne's letting them down. Here's Wood.
Here's a go to Benny Brown. But
Mason Wood towards Brown, but Hooker is at the back.
Good contest, Benny Brown.
Lurking is Turner. That was better. Gives it off to Pollock. He's a left footer and he'll kick a goal, and he does.
What a great contest by Ben Brown.
Was.
Against 2 players.
Just managed to bring the ball to ground.
Got it to ground. That's all you need to do. They haven't been able to do it. It wasn't a great kick to Ben Brown. It really favoured the Essendon defenders, and then he got it down. Turner got it across to the left footer, which was great.
So they're starting to close the gap. They've got a long way to go. 8-6-54. Essendon, North Melbourne, a 3-7-25 on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Here's Steve Quartermain.
A badly needed goal. They need about 3 more before half-time to get right back into this contest. We'll be going almost 26 in the second quarter. There's 2.5 minutes of game time left.
Tell you what, we're also edging towards
the Kubota drive time cell clock. Or to night time?
Yeah, nearly night time.
Thanks.
We're edging towards it slowly.
Revenge is a dish best served coldly in Pickering.
Yeah, it'll be Monday.
Bellchambers the tap, taken by Myers. Gives it off to Shield. He's got some acceleration. Yeah. He gave it to the first gamer in hand. He spent it before he got it. So the Kangaroos are going to get it back.
No, they're not.
But Dumont's handball went straight to Shield. Now Brown into the picture for Essendon along the boundary line. That's a clumsy high tackle. And a free kick to Essendon, no doubt about that one.
That was just sloppy.
It was. He wants to play it. He gives it to Shield, who sidesteps McMillan. He loads up from 55 to the tip of the goal square. Big pack fly! Jake Stringer takes one of the marks of the day, courtesy of Glenn Cameron. And that was a beautiful mark from Stringer. Just strength and timing. And he is directly in front, 12 metres out from goal at the Tony Lockett end.
Yeah, that's the applause for Dylan Shield. He's had a terrific second quarter, and first half for that matter.
Jake Stringer, a behind so far in this twilight match. Bangs it home. The Bombers get their 9th. Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard. We've been going 27.5 in the second term here at Marvel Stadium. The Bombers 9-6-60, North Melbourne 3-7-25. So far in this quarter, Essendon have kicked 6 goals to 2.
And it was only about 5 minutes ago we were talking about it being 1 goal apiece for the quarter. So the goals have come thick and fast, mainly Essendon's way. in this quarter, late in this quarter. But North Melbourne, again, another goal from a North Melbourne error. That was just a basic handball error. I mean, that's not even able to hit your hand properly to be able to get it out. They would have been away there, North Melbourne.
Hope you're enjoying all the action on AFL Nation for Macca's. Big Mac meal and cheeseburger at $5.95 at Macca's. Here's the bounce down once again. Bell Chambers couldn't take it cleanly. Myers was lurking. McDonald tipping Woody's having a run in the middle as well. Shield has been absolutely devastating. Merritt's worked hard as well. An opportunity now for one of the youngsters. That's Redmond. Gets it down to half forward. There's another one in Ham. Yeah. Mark was spilt. Opens the door for Bagley. Gives it to McGrath. Gets out of some heavy traffic. Gives it to Guelphy. A high ball by Guelphy. Plenty of ruse there. And it's belted over the line defensively for one behind.
Again, I mean, three of them went for the ball, North Melbourne. I mean, they only needed a bit of torque. And they would have been able to mark that instead of being forced through for a behind. Unfortunately, Pettard at times when he's not going to his way, he does make some silly mistakes.
Davies Uniacke takes the mark in defensive 50, kicks to Ahern, it goes to the wing to Hall, couldn't quite hang on to it, and then he's dispossessed by McDonald, Tippin Woody, brilliantly done. Towards Ham, who couldn't quite snaffle the footy. Wood did well under pressure. Got the handball back to Ahern. He loses his footing. Still in dispute as the footy. Now picked up by Myers to McDonald. Tippin Woody got released quickly. Back to Myers. A little kick off the ground. Fantasia can't quite control it. Merritt runs into a wall. It's still on the Docklands wing position, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Well, it's been a
14 seconds left on game clock in the first half.
We're talking 6 goals, so reasonable lead going into half time.
Umpire balls it up. Goldstein the tap. Picked up by Hall. Handball comes out to Davies Uniacke. He's bumped as he kicked, and it just goes over the line right where the interchange gates are, and we'll have a throw in.
Nearly do us for the half. Very good finish to this second quarter by the Bombers.
So that'll be it for half time. And it'll be a 26-point advantage to the Bombers.
It's better than 6
In fact,
goals.
make it 36 points. 6 straight goals is the buffer at half-time. Essendon 9-7-61, leading the Kangaroos 3-7-25 by 6 straight kicks. For the Bombers, 3 goals to Fantasia, 2 goals to McGrath, and singles to Danaher, Stringer, Brown and McDonald, Tippin Woody. While for North Melbourne, it's a pretty sorry-looking scoreboard. 1 apiece to Polek, to Pittard and to Zurha. So repeating the half-time scores here at Marvel Stadium. Good Friday footy in aid of the Royal Children's Hospital appeal. And if you want to make a donation, ring 1300 appeal. It's Essendon at the break. 9-7-61, leading North Melbourne 3-7-25. This is AFL Nation for Macca's and for Liquorland.
AFL Nation for the Big Mac meal and cheeseburger for $5.95 at Macca's. And Liquorland, easy to shop with over 700 stores.
Again, goes to McCarthy. That's a better kick. And the Hall dropped the mark. It was a difficult one. It was a bit of a slider. Now it's goes to Zurha, who spins out of trouble and kicks a magnificent goal. Don't mess with the Zurha.
Opportunity for it to come out now. Here's Orazio Fantasia bending it back for his third. Boy, are they hot at the moment.
Spills once again to McDonald, Tippin Woody. Centering kick to the tip of the goal square. Bell Chambers, float from the side, plays on. Handball. It's another Essendon goal. This time to Brown, who waltzed into the goal square. And now Essendon have complete control of this match.
First half highlights for the TAC. More drug tests, more places, more often. TAC, towards zero.
Yes, marked and unmarked police cars, buses and motorbikes are conducting more drug tests, more places, more often. TAC, help us towards zero. Half-time here at Marvel Stadium, and by the way, it's almost 48,000 people here, which is an unbelievable crowd for Good Friday football. Another 30 minutes, it'll be Good Friday night football. It is Essendon 9-7-61, 6 goals in front of the Kangaroos, 3-7-25. Time now for the Choices Flooring half-time floor show.
The Choices Flooring halftime floor show for Choices Flooring's Floors for Living autumn catalogue sale. On now.
Our Red Energy expert is Liam Pickering. And by the way, the Choices Flooring Floors for Autumn Living catalogue sale is out. It's time for the Choices Flooring Halftime Floor Show. Pickers, your thoughts of the first half? It was so promising at quarter time, but the Bombers just took complete control in that second term.
Yeah, it wasn't until late in the second quarter, was it really? Because it was a bit of a ho-hum sort of first 17 or 18 minutes, I think it was, before we started to get a bit of a roll. And it was all Essendon. Their speed, their run.
Dylan Shield, did he take control?
He was terrific, yeah. Like he's up to 18 disposals now, Dylan Shield. So their midfield just got completely on top. And you look at the likes of Merritt, 18 disposals, Shield 18, Heppel 18. They're good players are all starting to get the footy. Their forward line's dangerous. They've got the little speedy types, the Fantasias and Tippenwoody got involved in that quarter. And then they also had the likes of the Bell Chambers and their taller players, Stringer, that were able to take the ball in the air. So
North have just been too conservative.
Way too conservative. Very, very stop-start football. And it's like they're backing a kicking game, but they're not capable of delivering it by delivering a ball to their teammate. Even when they switch the play to try and open up the ground, it's a negative switch. It's because for a start, the ball always misses.
It's a mundane switch, isn't it?
It is. And there's no real... With a switch, the whole idea of a switch is to get it open on the other side quickly. If you switch it slow, then you switch it further back slow, all you're doing is digging yourself a stinking big hole.
So what are they trying to do? Are they trying to defend more than anything else? Or
I think they've got a game plan.
Well, what is it?
Which is to kick the ball. It's not working because their players aren't skillful enough to hit a target, let alone a teammate. So I think that they've got themselves some serious issues with the way they're using the ball. I think they've got some serious issues with their forward line. Ben Brown has had all his disposals up the ground. He hasn't had a disposal inside the forward 50, and it's not his fault. He's actually working really hard. Jack Zeeble just can't find the footy in the forward line.
Yeah.
Mason Wood has done one or two opportunities he's had. He's kicked points.
Missed 2 sodas.
Yeah, but it's just the decision-making and skill level of the ground level players. Their defenders are kicking the ball straight to Essendon.
Yeah.
And they're allowing, North Melbourne, the football team, is allowing Essendon to dictate by allowing them to play on and play the sort of game they want to play.
Well, if you're 6 goals down, at least go down fighting. Take some risks. Have a crack. There's no point being conservative now. You've just got to take some risks.
Well, they're not going to win playing the way they're playing. I mean, that game style with their ball use at the moment is so substandard AFL. And even their handballing. Like, it's just, when you can't hit your teammate who is loose behind the ball, it can't get to him without bouncing twice. It tells you you've got some foot problems, as in from how you use the ball by foot.
All right, let's whiz through a couple of these halftime awards, Liam Pickering. The Macca's moment of the first half for Macca's. Big Mac meal and cheeseburger for $5.95 at Macca's.
Well, I would say it was goal 3 of the second quarter. It was a goal each, as I said, mundane. And Andrew McGrath took one off the pack, another stoppage goal. That's 4-0 it is in that area. And snapped a beautiful snap around the corner, which opened the doors to bang, 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 3 in a row, and pretty much the whole complexity of the quarter changed.
Pickers, the player of the day so far for CRT, helping you grow.
Well, it's pretty even, I would have thought. It's one of the Essendon mids. Probably go with Shield, just purely because of what he's been able to run and carry. But Heppel not far away as well.
Rookie of the day for MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts hiring apprentices or trainees. MEGT makes it easy.
Well, I'll probably go the first game of Green Eggs and Ham. I think Ham, 6 disposals, done a couple of really nice things. I don't see too many others that are actually playing their first year. So
yeah, Scott hasn't done much, has he?
No, Scott, he's done a couple of good things, but I would think the little fella's doing really well.
Okay, the Iveco toughest player of the day, the Iveco 2018 plate run out. Who do you like in that department?
I like Jed Anderson. I just love the way he hits the footy. His tackle in the first quarter was unbelievable, and I just think he's one player that just gives everything he's got every time he goes near the ball.
And don't forget, the Iveco 2018 plate run out is now on.
Well, the man that broke the Joe Danaher news earlier today that he was playing for the Bombers in this twilight match is Mitch Cleary, and here he is with the latest sporting news.
A sports news update for Renault Traffic. Make the move for your business.
Well, it was just those final teams for the Sunday games have just lobbed for the Adelaide Crows. That news confirmed from earlier. Josh Jenkins has been dropped. along with Chase Jones out injured and Miles Baholke. In comes Hugh Greenwood, Elliot Himmelberg and Bryce Gibbs for the Crows. As for the Suns, Holland Smith and Brody in, Will Powell and Anthony Miles both out through injury. As for the Dogs, 2 debutants, Williams and Hayes come in, as well as debutant Lockie Young, DeRay, Suckling and Shaki all confirmed outs. For the Blues, Matthew Cruz are back for his first game of 2019. Cam Polson and Jack Silvani in. Casbolt, Lobe and Setterfield all out. That's your latest footy news. All thanks to Renault, the latest Renault Traffic. The right van for your business for just $29,990. Drive away. Plenty more coming up from Marvel Stadium right after this.